Hidden beneath the Arctic lies a cave whispered about in legends, one that breathes, watches, and never forgets. Known only to a few as the Frozen Mouth, it has claimed lives, baffled scientists, and sparked terrifying theories. What really lies beneath the ice? This is the mystery no one dares to solve. The legend of the Frozen Mouth. In the vast frozen wilderness of northern Greenland, locals whisper about a place they call the Frozen Mouth. It is not on any official map, and even seasoned explorers avoid its rumored location. The elders tell of a cave that breathes, exhaling freezing mist and strange humming sounds during the darkest winter nights. They say those who enter are never seen again, not because of avalanches or hypothermia, but because the cave itself decides who stays. According to legend, the Frozen Mouth was once a passage used by ancient spirits, guardians of something buried deep within the earth. These stories were often dismissed as myths told to scare children until strange satellite readings and disappearing hikers began aligning with the old tales. For the native Inuit people, it is not a legend, it is a warning. The Frozen Mouth is alive, and it is always hungry for one more soul. Discovery by satellite. In early 2021, a NASA thermal satellite picked up something strange, an area in the Arctic ice sheet emitting heat. That alone was bizarre, but what truly startled researchers was the shape. A perfectly round formation deep within the glacier, it looked unnatural, like it had been carved by design. As scientists enhanced the imagery, they noticed a slight flicker, almost like a pulse, at the center. At first, they assumed it was a glitch or a heat pocket, but the readings remained consistent. The heat signature did not fade. The location matched older Inuit maps that referenced a cursed or forbidden area. Intrigued and alarmed, a private research team decided to investigate. But what began as a scientific curiosity would soon turn into something much darker. Something no one could explain with data alone. The first exploration team. A 5-member team of elite scientists and adventurers set off with top-of-the-line equipment, drones, and months of preparation. Their goal, to uncover the truth behind the thermal anomaly and document the cave firsthand. When they arrived at the icy ridge, they found the entrance, a jagged opening exhaling warm air, defying all natural laws. Inside, the temperature grew strangely mild. Their cameras began to fail. Radio contact with the outside world cut out after just 20 minutes. Only one man, Dr. Alex Werner, was found days later wandering through a blizzard, barely alive, severely frostbitten, and speaking in broken sentences about things that made no sense. Walls that pulsed, voices without bodies, and endless corridors that twisted like mazes. The survivor's chilling story. After weeks of medical care, Dr. Werner finally regained some strength. What he shared stunned even the most skeptical scientists. He described entering a massive cavern that felt alive. The walls seemed to move like they were breathing. He spoke of a low hum that vibrated through his bones and shadows that followed him even when there was no light. His team, he said, simply vanished, one by one, without a scream, without a sound. In the deepest chamber, he found symbols etched into the ice, ancient markings glowing faintly blue, similar to Norse or Inuit carvings, but far older. Dr. Werner claimed something touched his mind there, something that did not speak in words but in emotions, overwhelming fear, endless time, and hunger. Most dismissed him as traumatized, but his GPS tracker had gone miles deeper into the glacier than physically possible. Whatever he saw, it changed him forever. Sealed by the government. Not long after Dr. Werner's account reached public ears, authorities swiftly moved in. A multinational task force declared the region a restricted zone due to unstable ice conditions. Satellites were reprogrammed to avoid photographing the area. Researchers were silenced, and any leaked footage was scrubbed from the internet. Local Inuit communities reported helicopters, strange equipment, and armed men moving in and out of the area. Officially, the government claimed it was a safety precaution to prevent accidents during melting season. But off the record, whispers suggested something far more unsettling: a cover-up. A few insiders hinted that it wasn't about protecting people from the cave. It was about protecting the world from whatever was inside. Whatever the truth was, one thing was clear. The frozen mouth was no longer just a legend. It had become a classified mystery no one was allowed to approach again. Strange lights and disappearances. Despite the heavy lockdown, thrill seekers and amateur explorers were drawn to the mystery like moths to a flame. Over the next year, several hikers and drone operators tried to locate the cave, hoping to capture viral content or uncover a hidden truth. Most came back empty-handed. A few never returned at all. One hiker, however, left behind a memory card found weeks later in a snowbank. The footage was disturbing. It showed a distant icy wall opening on its own, revealing what looked like glowing veins inside. The man filming gasped, then dropped the camera. His final words were muffled but clear: "It's watching me." The internet lit up with theories, but the video was quickly removed from all major platforms. The cave seemed to punish curiosity, and those who got too close paid the ultimate price. Theories that will haunt you. The internet exploded with wild theories. Some believed the cave was a living organism, a sleeping entity buried beneath the ice for thousands of years. Others argued it was an ancient alien structure left behind and now waking up due to global warming. A few religious scholars claimed it was a gate to another dimension, or even the underworld described in multiple mythologies. One chilling theory suggested the cave was Earth's biological black box, storing ancient memories and catastrophes, waiting for someone to unlock them. Whatever the explanation, one thing remained true across all accounts: the cave did not behave like anything natural. It pulsed, it hummed, and it watched. Every attempt to explore it ended in fear, silence, or complete disappearance. And that silence, it was the loudest warning of all. Would you dare enter? Today, the frozen mouth remains sealed, officially forgotten, unofficially feared. Satellites avoid it, maps erase it, and those who know the legend speak in whispers. But curiosity is a powerful thing. If you stood before the glowing ice, watching it breathe softly in the snow, could you resist? Would you walk away, or would you step forward into the unknown? Most say they wouldn't dare, but some still dream of finding it. The truth, after all, is a powerful lure. Just remember, once you enter the frozen mouth, it might never let you leave, because the cave does not want visitors. It wants company. Forever. The frozen mouth remains untouched, its secrets buried in frost and fear. What was found inside still haunts those who heard the survivor's tale. Would you step into its icy grip or walk away forever? Subscribe for more chilling mysteries, and remember, some caves are cold for a reason. They want you frozen too.